Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims presents Big Pauly's Fight Night using Glory Days Boxing. And tonight we are going to have a couple of fights for you. And they are going to be Muhammad Ali taking on some guy named Stivern. And before that, we're going to have Sultan Ibragimov against Andre Anderson. Both fights are 10 rounds, and both fights will be in the heavyweight division. And hello from a different looking bedroom that I do these videos in. I'm Big Pauly coming to you, and we are about ready to do our first of two fights. And that is going to be Sultan Ibragimov against Andre Anderson. My apologies for not the best of setups, at least initially. And by the way, our next fight will be Muhammad Ali, and I could not remember the man because I stopped watching boxing in about the 21st century. His name is Bermain Stivern. That's who Ali will be fighting. It's pretty bad when you don't know who the guy Ali is fighting. Ali is a household name. Of course, Muhammad Ali. That will be our second fight, but we're going to do our first fight first, our very first fight, here in the Big Pauly Boxing Council, Big Pauly's Boxing Council. And we are having a series of 22 fights, not all of them at once, of course, to determine the first heavyweight champion. We have the Glory Days Boxing Heavyweight Sets 1 and 2. 200 fighters. We drew numbers of each of the 200 fighters, and the first 16 will get the first crack at this tournament, and we'll crown the first champion. The 8 losers of the first round bouts will compete in box backs or box offs. And the 9th and the 10th place finisher in the tournament, the two fighters that make it to the finals of the losers of the first round, they will be included in the next series, where we take the best 10, the quarterfinalists, the semifinalists, and the finalists, and the runner-up of this tournament, and we're going to add 6 more fighters, those who drew numbers 17 through 22. If we have a draw, and that may happen, because you never know with boxing, as you see me adjust things here a little bit, we will have a coin flip to determine who advances, and that's part of boxing. Sometimes you get screwed. So Sultan Ibragimov, the WBO champion of the 2000s, his career record was 22-1-1, 17 KOs. He has the front runner trait. If more ring general stars than his opponent, then take 1 off of his chin. So his chin will be, his chin KD will be 2 and 5. Andre Anderson, his career record was 14-17-3. He's best known for having knocked down Jack Dempsey in a fight in the late 19 teens in the Bronx, New York. He has kind of the reverse trait here, not so tough. Okay, I'll show you his card here. And that trait is, if he has less ring general stars than his opponent, -1 from his power, which is the case. And Ibragimov has more power than, more ring general stars than Anderson does. He is a 6-star, and Anderson is a 2. Again, I apologize for the angle. This is kind of going to be a kind of a sidewinding angle until I figure out how better to do this. And if any of you could tell me how to better get an angle here, I have like a bigger table that I have brought in from the garage, and the normal angle that I broadcast from when I do the Big Pauly's bits, kind of turning at 90 degrees. It is April 3rd, 2020, and we wish you all a very happy Easter if you are seeing this during the Easter weekend. Very happy to have won a contest that Beecher Bums Gaming, it's nearly said my last name there, Beecher Bums Gaming, I'm sorry, Anthony, had with a fight between Henry Armstrong and Aaron Pryor, a hypothetical fight between the two. I said the fight would be a split decision. 96-94 was a majority draw. The gentleman who won the contest had already the heavyweight sets, so I was second best, and that's how I wound up getting the set. Glory Days boxing reminds me a lot of the days of title bout boxing. I used to have the computer title bout boxing. I thought the 2.5 version in the late 2000s was better than the future versions of it. And Anthony, move over Jim Trunzo, because I think Anthony has quite a game here, and we're going to play it out for you. Let's go over the specifics here. I was telling you that both men have traits, and we have gone over the traits. Joe Cortez, I rolled for a referee. I did not roll for judges. We're going to use generic judges. His fouls are +1, +2 on the will for a stoppage. Now, wouldn't it be funny doing this first roll? By the way, let me just show you the die I have here. This is going to be a bit awkward because I don't have different colored die. So I have put all the colors are the same. So what I am going to do is the leftmost six-sided die I'm going to call red, and the rightmost six-sided die I'm going to call red. This roll did not count. And we're going to do the same with the 10-sided die. They're all the same color. I just did not luck out getting these die from Amazon. And I have two 20-sided die. So the first two 20-sided die rolls, we are going to go left to right on all of this. And I will tell you what's happening with each roll. And we are getting ready, ladies and gentlemen, to begin our first fight in BPBC boxing history. Wouldn't it be funny if this first punch, it was a one-punch knockdown? Well, I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, so we begin with a 1 and a 5. A 1 and a 5 means that Ibragimov has 2 stars, and Mr. Anderson has no stars, so that means Ibragimov is going to fire first. And he has rolled a 57. Well, actually, I rolled for him a 57. And the first two 20-sided die rolls were 4 and 3. I'm just going to note that for a moment. And that is a miss. Check for an opponent's counter. The counter would be a 4 because of the missed punch. And it is a cross that scores 2 points for Anderson. So that's the first punch ever in BPBC history. 2-point score for Anderson, and we have now completed our first ever segment in this fight and in the history of this series. First time we've ever done cards and dice here, so we're going to go a little slow to begin with. And one of my dice has fallen down, so we will run that again. Okay. This time it's 2 and 3. 2 and 3. It's Ibragimov from the inside. He fires 47. 47. And on this, it is again a missed punch. A missed punch. The first 20-sided die roll was a 5. And this time it is Anderson missing the counter. Missing the counter. So we just move on. And on we go. It's that simple. 3 and a 5 on segment number 3. 3 and a 5. Outside, 1 star. Inside, Anderson, no star. So on the outside now, the roll is as I twist the dice over, a 69er. And on this, it is well, let me see here. On 69, we have a miss. Check again, opponent's counter. On this time, it's a 14. 14, so nothing has happened. And we have now gone to the 1-minute mark. We have played our first minute. On this, we have a 1 and a 6. 2 stars, Ibragimov. No stars on the inside for Anderson. The 1 means it's 2 shots to the outside. The roll being a 58. A 58. Clinch. No, I'm sorry, another missed punch. 58th a missed punch. We're going to check for the counter. It is a 14. Again, no scoring. So it's 2 for Anderson. No punches landing yet for Ibragimov as we head to we are now 140 left in the round. 6-1. 2 stars inside Ibragimov. No stars outside Anderson. So this is where I think Ibragimov's going to do nicely. 40. A 40 connects with a jab and a hook. 2 points. Now we check the defense for Ibragimov. 2. We're going to add 1 to the shot. 1 to those blows. 1 more punch lands. So it's now 3-2 Ibragimov. And we now move to 120 left to go in round number 1. We are scheduled for 10. The first round bouts will be 10 rounds. The quarterfinal bouts will be 10. The semifinals will be 12. And the finals will be 15. The consolation rounds will all be 10. Okay, we have 4 and a 5. 4 and a 5. That is inside, no stars. Inside, no stars. We have our first toe-to-toe exchange. Ibragimov has momentum. He will go first because he just scored that 3-punch salvo. And we have a connection with a jab and a hook. 2 points. Getting to 5. And now we roll for Ibragimov. And no power. Nothing of that sort has happened. And the roll for Anderson is a 25. He was on the inside. And he, as I look at the card a little more closely, works inside behind the jab. 3 points. And he will take momentum away from Ibragimov because he landed 3 shots to the opponent's 2. We had no extraneous issues with that series of punches. And we now have 1 minute left in round 1. 1 minute. In this, we have a 4 and a 3. A 4 inside Ibragimov. And no stars. Again, another toe-to-toe exchange. It's now Anderson who fires first, and he fires a 16. Now that sounds like a number that's going to score here. 16 on the outside, and I do not see. There are no fouls or chin checks here that I am seeing. So 16 is works behind the jab. 3 punches land. So he goes to 8. Now Ibragimov gets the counter, and I'm just gonna roll it like this. In fact, we're gonna get rid of the cup because I think the papers are getting wet. 26. Maybe I watched that a little too good before I got started. Ibragimov from the inside, a 26. And he rolled in the 20-sided die was an 11, so that won't count. And let me see here. On the inside, a 26 works inside with the jab. 3 points. So it's 8-8. I believe they each scored 3 after all of that. And we're now down to 40 seconds left in the round. Moving right along, folks. 2-4. 1 star inside, 1 star outside. We have another toe-to-toe exchange coming at you. 19. I'm going to call this 19 because the 1 was left of the 9. A 19 inside. Works inside with the jab. 3 points. And I am 18 on the 20-sided die. We're both going to have 18, so we're both not going to have any issues. So Ibragimov moves to 11. And now we will roll the counter for Andre. And Andre rolls a 64. That's a 64 outside. And a miss. So it's 11-8. 11-8. Last segment. And here we go. It's 5 and a 6. I don't know if I moved that twice, but I'm not going to worry about it. 5 and 6. Because boxing is full of history with ill-timed rounds. Outside, inside, no stars either way, so we go toe-to-toe. And Ibragimov, who just got momentum back, goes first. It's this is going to be murder. This is going to be 0-2. 0-2. This is going to be 4 points. And we have, we have a chin check. A chin check with the 3. The second roll being 15. 15. Meaning he did not catch, even with -1 power. And Ibragimov had a special trait. His chin, it was his chin. So it was a chin check, no score. And this was, let's see, 5 and 2, which will be 4 points. So he got the 15. Ibragimov gets a counter, because it was 5 and 6. And it's 25. 25 in. 25 in. And that is working inside with the jab. So this was an active round, 15-11. And ding ding, we have completed the end of round number 1, 15-11, going Ibragimov's way. So there was a 4-point punch margin. But first, let's score. Punches landed 15 in round 1. Which is going to reduce Anderson to 55. 11 punches landed for Anderson. That's going to reduce Ibragimov down 49 to start round 2. Now we will do the scoring. Let's roll that again because I caught it. Okay. And this was an interesting first scoring impression. And that is judge number 2 weighing in. He or she saw it a different way than the first judge. And now judge number 3 with a 4-point margin. Oh, this is going to be an interesting result. And I made a couple of errors. So that's our first round, folks, in Big Pauly's history. Big Pauly's Boxing Commission, the Big Pauly's Fight Night. So we can go now as we reset everything. Ibragimov will keep control as round 2 starts. And let's get to it. 4 stars on the inside, no stars. And again, this is going to be a toe-to-toe exchange, inside, outside. First roll is a 17. A 17 on the inside is a 4-punch combo, works inside behind the jab. So we have a 4-0 lead. And now... we have a chin check. It went 1. So there will be a chin check here, as that's well inside Ibragimov's power. And the next roll was a 4. And Anderson is down. in the very first segment of round number 2. And now we get to roll again. And there will be an unimposed action. Anderson's KD rating is a 9. It's a 5. Good night, nurse. The fight's over. The fight is over in the very first segment of round number 2. Ibragimov has won by KO in the second round. That did not take long, and I kind of had the feeling it wasn't going to. And we'll roll a six-sided die. His chin KD was a 9, and he rolled a 5. 2, a 2. So that did not take long at all. 10 seconds into the second round, your winner of our very first bout in Big Pauly's fight night and Big Pauly's boxing commission history is Sultan Ibragimov. That'll be an answer to a future trivia question. So we will get ready for our next fight, which will be Muhammad Ali and some other guy. I'm sorry. This guy will wind up winning the fight. You watch. And this is going to take a few minutes for me to get set up, folks. As I'm going to have to pull another sheet out. But again, referee Joe Cortez calls a stop to the contest 10 seconds into round number 2. Your winner in advancing to the quarterfinal of Heavyweight Series number 1 will be Sultan Ibragimov out of Russia. So we're going to take a brief break and get set up for our second fight. And Anthony, if you're watching and I'm making mistakes by the bushel, I apologize to you, sir. We'll be right back after this. We're back for the second fight of the evening. We're getting 2 fights in, debuting this brand new, that's not a new game, but it's been around a few years, but it is the first time it has been on the Big Pauly's World of Sports channel, the Glory Days boxing game. I won this in a contest during the week, so this is the first time I have had a chance to play it. A lot of good videos on YouTube amongst the sports gamers with Glory Days Boxing, and that's kind of how it got me hooked on it. Because the way it's set up, it kind of you have to be good with describing the action, and I am old enough to remember back when if you were watching TV about this time on a Saturday afternoon, 4:58, and 30 years ago, ABC Wild World of Sports might have a fight, or CBS might have a fight, or NBC might have a fight. Fox was not really a factor until they got the NFL package in 1994. But that being said, let's get to our main event of the evening, scheduled for 10 rounds, the second first-round bout in our Series 1 heavyweight tournament, and the top 10 will stay. We're going to bring 6 in. They're going to have a single elimination tournament. The 8 losers will compete in a series of box-offs to find the last 2. So Anderson, and I should probably make a note of this here, on the flip side of the brackets, Anderson will be a part of that tournament. If we have draws, as I was mentioning earlier, we'll do a coin flip to determine who advances and who does not. And if it happens during a title fight, then the title stays vacant. So in box offs, we now have Andre Anderson, who has moved through, and he will get the loser of Ali or Stavern. Stavern's probably, as I was saying earlier, because I had to think a little hard to figure out who he was, because he is from the 2010s era. He's 25-4-1. Ali, a spectacular record, 56-5-0, 37 knockouts. Stavern has 21. All the fighters Ali ever lost to all went on and became champions. Kemi Norton, of course, kind of got his title due to Leon Spinks dropping it after he beat Ali on February 15th, 1978. The opening photo that you saw, the PowerPoint, that is from that fight in Las Vegas. I got to stay up as a 6-year-old because I had chicken pox the early part of 1978, and I was just coming off spinal meningitis in late 77, so I was lucky I got to be 50, or almost 50. And my mom and dad were going to put me in school the next day. Said, no, I want to see the fight, because I was always kind of tuned into Ali, and I was always tuned into the local wrestling scene here in Florida, and you couldn't get me away from watching whenever there was a fight on, so I could watch Hamid Cosell or Championship Wrestling from Florida, which was on 7 o'clock at night here in Tampa on Channel 44. So let's get to this fight. Frank Cappuccino, hold the trip to Starbucks, is your referee. He is +2 on fouls, -1 on stoppage. Again, we will use the generic judges as long as this goes. Ali has the only trait among the two, roll of it. Slips punches, well, -1 from opponent's power. So, Stavern's power will only be a 4. Ali's power, if you're wondering, is also a 4, at least to start off with, and 5 when the opponent is hurt. His chin rankings are off the hook. He's 1, 5 when he is hurt. His chin KO rating is 1 because nobody ever got him down. The only guy ever to stop him, I think, was Larry Holmes, and that was kind of weird circumstances in 1980. His will is 3. His cut is 4. I think only got cut against Bob Foster in Lake Tahoe in the early 70s. That was another fight ABC did. Bill Cosby was impersonating Howard Cosell at the open of it. And Ali's stars are 5, 7, 8, 10. Ali has 10 stars. Stavern, if you are wondering, has 4. So I'm going to make a note of that in my score sheet. Ali 10 and Stavern 4. Because I was putting this into an Excel sheet and I forgot to put the stars in. Put the number of stars for everybody. And, kind of like how the old title bout game would rank people from 1 to 15. If you combine the stars, that is a very good harbinger of how good the fighter is. If you just walked in from Planet Remulac and you didn't know how good the fighters were. So we're going to get this fight started. Ali, with Angelo Dundee in his corner probably, and Bundini Brown giving psychological warfare and encouragement. Of course, Stavern was famous for the one-round KO. He was on the losing end against Deontay Wilder. And off we go. So we start off with a 5 and a 6. 5 is 1 star on the outside, 1 star on the inside. We will go toe-to-toe, and because Ali is the favorite, we will go with him first. And he rolled a 69. A 69 on the outside. And that, and by the way, our rolls, our first 20-sided die rolls are 6 and 16, just in case that comes into play. Okay, 69 is a miss. So, that means Stavern gets to fire. He has a 16, and he rolled, I'm going to call that a 70. Again, I do not have multicolored die. 70 is another miss, so both fighters do not score in the first segment. We go to 240 now left in round 1. We roll again. And this time, it's a 2 and a 5. 2 for the red corner, Ali. No stars. That's kind of the hole in his game. Stavern has rolled a 5. I got a 5, so he will go. And his roll is a 70. A 70. And that's a miss. Ali can counter. And he does and lands across for 2. And that gets us down to 220 now left in round numero uno. Oh, we got snake eyes here. We got 1 and 1. And Ali will win that battle. 3 stars to the outside. He rolls an 81. An 81 on the outside, I'm sorry. And that's a miss. Stavern now gets a counter. We have a 7. And it's a 25. A 25. As I consult something here for a moment. Oh, I should have rolled a two-sided a defensive die. And that defensive die was a 7. And there was no result for that, so disregard that. 25 on the inside. Actually, I'm sorry, folks. We should have ended the segment. There was not a toe-to-toe exchange. It was 3 stars on the outside, no stars on the inside. So it ends there with the miss, and Stavern could not score. So we go to the next segment and hope we do better. 4 and 5. 2 on the outside, 2 stars, 1 star. Ali will go on the outside. He lands a 22. A 22. 22 is a sharp 3-punch combo. We will check the defense for Stavern. And it adds 1 shot. So 3 becomes 4, and Ali goes to 6. And we go to 140 in round number 1. Ali up 6 punches to nothing at this point. 6-6. We got boxcars this time. 2 stars, 1 star. Ali goes first. And Ali lands a 19 on the inside. A 19. And that is a 3-punch combo. Ali getting the hang of this fella. That gets him up to 9. And we will check the defense. A 9 on defense. Nothing. Actually, a 9 for the power or foul, and the 11 would be nothing. Okay. Folks, I'm learning here. What can I say? We're down to 120, round 1. 4 and a 1, 4 and a 1. 2 stars Ali, 1 no stars for Stavern. Punch is a 29 with no power or foul or cut check. 29 is a sharp 3-punch combo again. And 11 means no defense, so Ali up to 12. That brings us to 1 minute left in the first round. Oh, that fell. Oh, goodness. Hang on a moment, folks. It fell off of me. Okay, so on that score, it's a 4 and a 3. 2 stars Ali, no stars for Mr. Stavern. The roll is a 16 with no extracurriculars. 16 on the outside is a 4-punch salvo. So Ali up to 16. Stavern still stuck at the starting gate. And we had no defensive corrections or anything like that. 40 seconds left in the first round. We roll again. 3 and 5. 3 and 5. 2 stars, Ali. 1 star for Stavern on the out. It's outside, so Ali will go. And this roll, oh my goodness, a 16. Again, I could see with a 14 in the 18 20-sided die, nothing happened, but this is target practice right now for Ali as he lands 4 more. He's 5 points shy of a stoppage with 20 seconds left, so there's an outside chance he can get a TKO here in round 1. This has been total domination. 2 stars Ali, 2 for Ali, no stars, 5 for Stavern. Stavern lands an 82 on the outside. That is a miss. Ali can counter, but he throws a 14. Doesn't count. Ding, ding, ding. We get to the end of the first round. 20 to nothing. And by the way, I forgot to put in the endurance numbers. So let's do that now. 90 for Ali, and he just landed 20. And 60 for Stavern. And he just gave up 20. So he's now down to 40. And he landed Bupkus a 0. So on a 20 to nothing round punches total, I like to think of them as points. Let's check the rolls. Rolls for the judges. First roll is... Yeah, this could be a 10-8 round for Ali. He was so dominant. We are rolling for judge number 2. And he says it was a normal round. And judge number 3 now, and we'll get round 2 underway. And he he also saw it the way the first judge did. So dominance out of Ali. And again, I am putting 8, 9, 8. Okay. So Stavern's stamina already went to 40. And Ali's stays at 90 because Stavern did not score any points. We go to round 2. We move everything back. Ali will have momentum. Going to the second round. Ding, ding. So it's looking like Ali will face the Sultan in our quarterfinal. Heavyweight Series number 1. Okay, 3 and 3. 2 stars Ali, no stars Stavern. We have a 9 as the first 20 die roll, but it's 44. It is Ali on the outside scoring a 44 for 2 points. And he doesn't have 9 power, so and Stavern could not defend the punches. So 1 segment in, which is longer than our first fight, went. 2 and a 6. 2 and a 6. Inside, no stars Ali. 1 star on the inside for Stavern. He lands a 27 on the inside. 27 on the inside is his first punch of the day for 2 points. And his power is 4. If it were a 5, there would be a chin check on Ali. But instead, Stavern has momentum going into our next segment. It's 2-2 after 2. And I lost another die. So we're going to get up and we're going to get that. You're going to see my frame here in a moment as I go fish the second 20-sided die. How you doing, everybody? Hope you're enjoying this debut of Glory Days Boxing on the channel. We'll try to do this at least once a week, if not more. I kind of enjoy doing this game. We are going to do the third segment now. 220 left. 4 and a 6. 4 and a 6. 2 stars to 1 star Ali. Ali will be on the outside. He rolled a 47. A 47 which misses with an 8, and there was a 13 on the counter, so no scores. We go to 2 minutes now left. In this second round, 2 stars across the board. So Stavern will get to shoot his shots. And it's 81. 81. On the outside is a miss. Ali will be able. There was no action on the punch, so we have a 14 on the counter, and that results in nothing. Minute 40 now left in round 2. Do the Rick Barry granny shot here. 2 and 1. 2 and 1. Again, Stavern will be in control. No, I take that back. He is not in control. It's a toe-to-toe exchange. First one of these we have seen in a while. Stavern, I believe he still has momentum. I could be wrong about that, but I'm just going to say I'm right. He goes first. And let's see, 2-1. Outside, an 86 is a clinched, which negates all other actions. So, we go down to a minute 20 left in the second round. Some didn't think it would go this long. 6 and a 3. A 6 and a 3. 2 stars Ali and Stavern none. And we have a 64. Possible chin check here if the punch scored. If the punch scored 64, I would think it didn't. And, oh, it just missed. No, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. Inside, a 64 is a miss. So the chin check goes awry. And we look at the counter, which is a hook for 2. A hook for 2. And you know what? I'm forgetting to look at the fence. See? A lot of things you got to look at this game. So now we're down to a minute, I believe. A lot of things you got to keep in your head, but that's fine. I like a little challenge like this. 4 and a 5. 2 stars Ali. 1 star Stavern. Ali lands a 75 on the outside, which is a miss. The shot would not have created anything extracurricular. A 7 on the counter does not score. So we now have 40 seconds left in round number 2. And it is 2 for Ali, 4 for Stavern at this juncture. Okay, a 6 and a 5. A 6 and a 5. 2 stars inside Ali. 1 star on the outside for Stavern. Ali has control. He rolls a 20 and an 18 and a 17, so nothing else is going to come into play here. A 20 on the inside means he lands 4 shots. He might be stealing the round here. 6-4 as we go to the final segment. Okay, here we go. 1 and a 2. Lawrence Welk's favorite rolls. 3 stars on the outside. Well, you know Ali's got this. Okay, and his shot, a 74 on the outside. 74 on the outside means it was a miss. And there was a 9 on the first roll of 20, a 4 on the second roll of 20, so a counter opportunity for Stavern, and he scores 2 points on the cross, and ding, ding, ding for the second round, and we're even 6-6. We're even 6-6 on the scoring. So, this will make for an interesting okay, our first judge has his vote in, and this will be surprising. 6-6, by the way. 6 punches landed, gets Stavern down to 34 endurance as we start round 3. And the 8. Okay, we roll again for our second judge. A 10, and it went the same way. Surprising. And the third judge. Interesting. So we have a split on the second round. We now go to the third. We reset the totals. And Stavern had momentum at the end of round 2. So we start round number 3. And off we go. It's a 6-4. A 6-4. 2 stars Ali. 2 stars Stavern. We have a toe-to-toe exchange. The first roll was, let me see where my two-sided die are. 0-5. 0-5 for Stavern. Stavern is on the inside. And this will miss on his power because the roll on the power was an 8. And let's see. 05 on the inside is 4 points. 4 points. So he scores 4. Ali now gets to counter. Okay, let me just double check something here. Okay, 19 for Ali. And we'll look at the second. Oh, the second is a 2. The second roll for Ali is a 2. So we have a possible chin check. We are going to have a chin check here. 19 on the inside is 4 points. 4 punches landed. So both guys get 4, and we have a chin check here for Ali, not for Ali, but for Stavern, which winds up a 20. So no harm, no foul. His chin KD is a 3, at least now. So 4-4, and we will rack up all the dice and go to the 240 mark of round 3. Oh, nearly lost some more dice. 1 and 6. 1 and 6. This will be 3 stars Ali. Well, you know he just won it. He's on the outside. 95. 95. And let's see here. The 20-sided die was a 6. It looks like a 6, which would have missed Ali. But 93 on the outside is a clinch. So that negates everything else. 220 into round 3. We're 40 seconds in round 3. 220 to go. 1 and a 5. Ali will dominate again. Ali 1 and a 5. So we'll push that to the side. And 20 for Ali on the outside is 4 points. But, and a chin check. And a chin check. Actually, I am incorrect because there was a 12 in the way. No chin check. No chin check. I saw the 1. I didn't see the 12 20-sided die over here. So, that is 20 on the outside is 4 points. So, Ali gets control. He's up to 8. And momentum has gone his way. Momentum has now gone his way. We have 2 minutes left, round 3. 4 and a 6. 2 stars Ali, 1 star for Stavern. We have an 05, an 05, a 12. So 4 on the outside with an 05 is a 5-punch combo. And it was not defensed by Stavern. So that gets Ali up to 13. It's 13-4 with a minute 40 now left. So Ali off to a good start here in the 3rd round. Okay. This is a 3 and a 4. A 3 and a 4. I'm just going to separate the dice so I don't get confused. This is going to be a toe-to-toe exchange. A toe-to-toe exchange. Ali with momentum goes first from the outside. And his roll... Well, I'm looking at the wrong die again, which is easy to do. 22. Oh. And we're going to have a power check. A power check 22, which we will resolve here in a moment because we got to get to Stavern. That is going to be 22 from the outside is going to score another 4, getting him to 17. Stavern gets his. We got to go back and do a chin check on Stavern, but first let's get this out of the way. That's a 4 on the inside. He picks up 11. 11 was his roll. That's going to be 4 to Ali. 4 off of Ali's endurance. Now, let's check the chin. Let's check the chin of Stavern. And the roll is a 13. We move on. As Stavern's chin is a 3. But Stavern in some trouble here as we go down to a minute 20. I think we're down to a minute in round 3. Okay, this was a 1 and a 6. A 1 and a 6. So Ali 3 stars, Stavern no stars. So we have something 7. We have something 7. A 67. A 67 on the outside would mean he missed. And he missed on a shot that would have required another chin check. Stavern could not counter. And that gets us down to 40 seconds, I think. Well, we're just going to have to go with it in round number 3. Lee with all kinds of momentum. Okay, 40 seconds left in the third round. We have a 6 and a 5. A 6 and a 5. 6-5, 2 stars, Ali. 1 star, Stavern. The roll was a 35. A 35 with a 6, which is out of Ali's power range. So a 35 brings 3 more points. And a defense check here is a 9, so nothing there. Ali's back up to 20. Ali is back up to 20. And this will be the last segment of round 3, I think. And if I got it wrong, I got it wrong. It is 20-8. This is a 2 and a 6. A 2 and a 6. 2 and a 6. No stars, Ali, so Stavern will get a crack at it. Try to finish the round strong. A 61. A 61 on the inside, and that is a miss. Would have required a chin check on Ali had it scored because his power is a 4, reducted 1 with Ali's traits. And that's it for the round. That is it for the round. It was 20-8 in favor of Ali. So Stavern is going to run into issues. Ali goes down to 76 on his stamina, his endurance. And, Stavern is now down to 14. So this is 20-8. So we need to do 3 rolls. We do a 20 with a 12-point margin. Okay, we do roll number 2. Whoop! And there goes the die again. And I'm just going to get another die out. Maybe we should just play with 1 die. I don't know where it went. I cannot see where it went to. Well, it'll come up later. I have a cat that sometimes frequents my bedroom. Oh, wait a minute. I see it here. I see it here by the railing. I thought I did. There it is. Okay, let's roll again. This roll is, I'm going to say it's a 6. So we're going to round 4 eventually, folks. 10, 9, and we roll again, and it's okay. One judge really likes Ali, one judge really hates Ali, but that's kind of the way it's going to go. So we start round 4, as I feel that I'm losing my pants, and off we go. By the way, in the way I do Glory Days, well, this is the first time I've ever done Glory Days, a fighter loses endurance at the end of the round. 1 and a 6, Ali will dominate here on this exchange, but this is going to be a waste, as this is an 87, on the outside. It's just a miss. The defensive move is going to be no, an 18. So that is resolved, as I forgot to move my pieces. I think Stavern scored last to end the round, so I'll give him momentum. And we have 2:40 now left in round number 4. 1 and a 5. I think that first fight spoiled me. A 1 and a 5. Ali will dominate here. Okay. A 16 and a 2. No, yep, that's right. A 16 and a 2. A roll of 95. And that is a clinch, so we halt all actions. 2 segments in, we have no score. In round 4, 6 and a 1. 6 and a 1. Ali will be on the inside. He gets a 98. A 98. And we will, if the punch had scored, there would be a cut check here, because I see a roll of 20. A 98 is a foul. A foul. So we look at 14. 14 is well outside of Ali's foul rating. 1 punch lands, check foul chart, which we already did. Okay, 2 minutes now left. We haven't seen a foul yet in either fight until this moment. Okay, 6 and a 5. 2 stars, 1 star, Ali. We have a 10. Well, we had a 10. We had 10 and a 4 for the 20 die rolls as they come up. This is a 95. A 95. Ali on the inside. Another foul check. Another foul check. And this would be a 4. A 4. Which is outside of Ali's foul range. So no foul, but again, he picks up 1 punch. So it's 2-0. Stavern running out of energy. Okay, this is a 2 and a 1. A 2 and a 1. No stars Ali. No stars Stavern. They will go toe-to-toe. 71 for Ali. 71 on the inside is a miss. Stavern will go now. An 8 will be outside of the power range, so we know that already. A 72 on the outside, clinch, and we are back to 140 now left in round number 4. Very unbusy round, with Ali with 2 one-pointers off of fouls. So in this, we have a 1 and a 5, a 1 and a 5, a 74, once we figure out who has control. Ali, of course, with the 1. Ali inside, outside. 74. 74 is, on the inside, a clinch. A clinch. That negates all the other actions. So, a hug fest going on. Maybe these guys should open up an adult theater there in San Francisco. 5 and a 1. 5 and a 1. 1 star outside, Ali. No stars in outside, Stavern. This is going to be a good shot here because it's 0-2. 0-2. We have a 10, so this will not result in power. And the second 20 die roll was an 11. 0-2 is going to be 5 for Ali, so he's now up to 7. 7 to nothing. And we have 1 minute now left in the 4th round. This is the 4th round. 5 and a 1. 1 star Ali. No star Stavern. So Ali on the outside firing, and he rolls 66. 66. And that is also going to be a clinch, negating all action. 40 seconds. 40 seconds now left in the 4th round. 6 and a 1. 2 stars Ali. No stars Stavern. Stavern, and that's a 26. 26 with a 14. So nothing happened there. 26 inside. 26 inside. Sounds like a craps play. 3 points. 3 points for Ali, getting him to 10. It's 10 to nothing. But there was a 3 on the defense. That's going to add 1. That's going to add a 1, as they used to say on Press Your Luck. That's 11. Last segment of the 4th round. If Ali gets 3 more points in, Stavern is fatigued. 5-5. 1 star Ali. 1 star Stavern. Ali will fire first because he scored all the points in the round. And that's an 07 with a 15. 07 with a 15. 4 more shots. 4 more shots getting him to 15. So Stavern will be tired on the next round. And I'll just roll these as I need to. Stavern's rolled. Whoops! I rolled a 20 and a 10. Let's try that again, Pauly. 20 and a 10. 85. 85 on the inside, I think. What was it? 3 and a 1. 3 and a 1. I'm just going to go with the inside. I think I messed up on that. We're just going to say it was the inside. And he missed. And that is the bell. So 15-0 Ali. 15-0 Ali. Which means he is now out. Stavern is now out from here on endurance. Ali is still at 76 as we enter the 5th round. Halfway point of the fight. So let me just double check here and see what happens when fighters get fatigued. And I know you're all saying, oh, this happens and this happens and this happens. I have on one of my other monitor all the PDFs here, so I am just double checking that. And this is the first time I've dealt with the fatigue issue, so I am just going to double check everything here. Okay. Stamina. Each fighter is rated for over a 10, 12, 15 round fight. The number before the slash is 10 rounds, and that's what we were using. Once a fighter is fatigued, their power, chin, KD, and KO and will are adjusted to the ratings on the right. Yes, okay. So that I now know. Use the right side. and use those fatigue numbers. Okay, we still haven't done the scoring issues here. 15 was the margin. It was a tennis score. It was 15 to nothing. Okay, 16. 18. Okay, so we have a unanimous assessment of the fourth round. And I am just examining the scores here. I think Ali's got a good grasp of the fight. And we will now get... By the way, these tokens are from an old DVD game called Seen It, if you have ever heard of it. And I've had it in my closet for 15 years. Okay, we are now going to round 5, the midway point of the fight. Stiverne is fatigued, so it's 1 point off all of his punches, I do believe. As my OBS goes a little wonky. Okay. Just double check, folks, before I start the roundup. Move that over here. And you know what? I printed all this off today. So fatigued, 0 stamina. At the start of the next round. All punches landed by the fighter are reduced to 1. So it's going to be punches minus 1. The rest of the fight, and I am... Okay. My scorecard is a mess. Okay. We go to the 5th round. Ali already has Stiverne out of his stamina. So it's up to Ali if he wants to put this guy away already. And we begin with a 6-5. A 6-5. 2 stars Ali, 1 star Stiverne. So Ali rolls an 83 with no ill effects, it would seem. Stiverne's KD, by the way, goes to a 5. 6-5, 83 on the inside is a miss. So we check the second rating, which is a 6. A 6 on the counter, which is just 1 off of what Stiverne needed for the counter to score. So we go to the second segment at a 6-3, 2 stars, no stars. Ali will go. And Ali with a 54 on the inside, and no foul, no cut. 54 on the inside is a miss, and the counter by Stiverne is not within the range of a counter. So no score. We go to 220 of round 5. 1 and a 3. Ali, 3 stars on the outside. Well, you know he's going to win this, and he's going to score nicely here. A 0-7. A 0-7 on the outside will be good for 5 stars. 5 stars. Ali will keep momentum. And defense-wise, it's an 11 on defense for Stiverne, and Stiverne's defense does not go up that high. So remember, we take 1 point off of Stiverne's punch throws. 3 and a 1. 3 and a 1. 2 stars Ali. 1 no stars Stiverne. So again, Ali's going to get the fire here, and fire he will. A 16. A 16. Just missing the power number. But there will be a response here with the 16. 16 on the outside is good for 3, which gets him to 8. But the counter was a 3, where the defense was a 3, and defense is a +1, which gets Ali to 9. To 9. 2 minutes left in round number 5. Okay, this is a 1 and a 4. A 1 and a 4. 3 stars. Well, Ali's going to win this battle, because Stavern's best star is a 4, which is a 2. Okay, so we have a 9 as the first 20 die roll, but this is a 15. A 15 on the outside, and Ali's going to score 4 more shots. So this is target practice for Ali still. 13 to nothing. The second defense was a 3. 1 more point to Ali. It's 14 nothing right now. We have 140 left in the 5th round. Could see a stoppage in this round if Ali could keep up the pace. It's a 6 and a 1. 2 stars Ali. No stars for Stavern. This is a 62, and the 10 would seem to indicate that nothing has gone well. Misses. The 15 is an unsuccessful counter by Stavern. He's dog tired right now. So we go to 120 in round number 5. Round number 5. This is a 4-4, a 4-4, 2. This is going to be toe-to-toe for a change. Ali will go first, and he lands a 7 and a chin check. A 7 and a chin check from the outside, and that's going to be 4 more. He's at 18. We will resolve the chin check issue in a moment. Because Stavern, it was 4-4. 51 for Stavern on the inside is a miss. So it's 18 nothing. We have a chin check for Stavern. If it is a 5, he is down. If it is an 8, he is hurt, and Ali will get an unimposed action. It is a 10. So we continue. 1 minute to go. He's 7 points away from a stoppage. Ali is 3 and a 4. 3 and a 4 is 2 stars outside, 2 stars inside. We go toe-to-toe again. And this is 11 with a 17 on the 20-sided die. So the 3 on the inside and a 3 on the outside, 11. 4 more points. And Ali, very close to the stoppage point. He's now at 22. And the 17 means no action. We have a 3 as our second die 20 here, which might come into play. Because Stavern can now have a chin check on Ali. 18 on the inside. And Ali is just giving up 3. It was the first punch Stavern has landed for a while. So it's 22-3. And I think I forgot to do something. So we'll have to do some editing here, folks. Okay, folks, I double-checked the tape. We are all good to go. There was no possible knockdown of Stavern. We have 40 seconds now left in round number 5. So this is a good thing to tape, using this to tape it, because sometimes I need to check and you know, kind of like how in the NFL they go to the replay. I will do the likewise with this from time to time. Okay, here with 40 seconds left in the round, and Ali only needing 3 more points for the stoppage. 2 stars, Ali. 1, no stars, because Stavern has a no stars on the outside on a 1. Okay, 26 is the number. Is 26 good enough for 3 points? It is. It is. Because Ali is on the outside. We think the fight may be over, but we're gonna double check any other issues. 2 on the on the power ranking, which would correspond to 18. Yeah, the fight's over. The fight's over. No knockdown, but Frank Cappuccino has seen enough. It was 25-3 in the last round. And so this fight ends in segment 8. And this went 229. Ali TKO in 5 at 229. And that's it. So Ali has joined Sultan what's his name? Ibragimov as the winners on this very first inaugural card of Big Pauly's Fight Night. Ali wins. We have the time, 2 minutes 29 seconds of the 5th round. Frank Cappuccino saw enough. Saw Mr. Stavern take a lot of punishment. And Ali is your winner, TKO 5. I probably made a ton of mistakes doing this. This is the very first 2 fights I have done. But I had a hell of a time. It's a lot different than watching basketball. The Final Four happening right now as I speak, which I have missed the first portion of, but I enjoyed doing this today with you folks. So that's it for today. We will probably be back at some point during the week when we have an off day, and we'll do our next fight, which is Max Schmeling going at it against Ozzy Ocasio. So if a female relative of Joe Cortez had relations with Ozzy Ocasio, would that make the baby Ocasio-Cortez, kind of like the congresswoman from New York? So I hope you enjoyed it, this inaugural edition of the Big Pauly's Fight Night. I enjoyed presenting it to you. And I will show myself here with my glasses on. There I am. Okay, folks. Hope you all enjoyed it. As you can see, the angle is a little different the way I have the card dice board set up here. Wish you all a very happy Easter. We will be back tomorrow with some OOTP and some Grand Slam wrestling. We're going to do the Montreal and New York circuit finals. Montreal's all set to go, but we're going to do them in the same video. Godspeed, God bless, happy Easter to you all, and we'll do it all again soon. Bye-bye for now, everybody.